eventually, as the artificial intelligence got better and better and better, it would finally duplicate human reasoning, human behavior, and it would be just like a human. That was the assumption. And instead, we have actually chewed through 3 entire generations of very intelligent, very capable researchers trying to extend AI to this level, and it has never worked. It has not worked since 1956. And there's a few excuses that they use. One of the excuses is, well, we just need more computer power. Well, the problem with that claim is that if you look at something like, let's say you look at like a rat is a lot less intelligent than a human. Okay, they cannot mimic rat behavior. They can't mimic rat reasoning. They're not even at that level. In fact, but it's worse than that, because not only are they not at that level, but they cannot sit down and actually describe what would get them to that level. Now, to understand just how bad that is, long before we ever put rockets in space, long before that, there was a man in Russia that came up with the ideal rocket equation. Now, see, if I try to pronounce his name, I'll probably get it way wrong. It's like something like Solkovsky, something like, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd probably get it way wrong. But he came up with the ideal rocket equation, and this described exactly how much thrust a rocket engine would have based on the temperature of the exhaust and all this. And then you had Goddard that took the ideal rocket equation, and he did very careful laboratory experiments and showed that it was accurate. And then he did his own rocket experiments, and then basically all of the rocketry since then has relied on this. They did the same thing with the equations for aerodynamics. They actually had an equation for aerodynamic lift before the Wright brothers built an airplane. So that's the way it usually works, is you do a few experiments, you come up with these theories, like I'm sure like the ideal gas law, that's made up of Charles' law and Boyle's law, and that relates pressure and volume and temperature and all this too. Okay, that's the way it normally works. There's nothing like that for AGI. It doesn't exist. You cannot go to any researcher and say, oh, what would the equation be for reasoning, in a computer, for comprehension? They would just throw up their hands. They would say, I have no idea. They don't know how to get a computer to process abstractions. They don't know how to do comprehension. These are